Vivekananda A Biography, written by Swami Nikhilananda. Early years. Swami Vivekananda, the great soul, loved and revered in East and West, alike as rejuvenator of Hinduism in India and the preacher of its eternal truth abroad, was born at 6:33, a few minutes before sunrise, on Monday, January 12th, 1863. It was the day of the great Hindu festival, Mahashankranti, when special worship is offered to the Ganga by millions of devotees. Thus, the future Vivekananda first drew breath when the air above the sacred river, not far from the house, was reverberating with the prayers, worship, and religious music of thousands of Hindu men and women. Before Swami Vivekananda was born, his mother, like many other pious Hindu mothers, had observed religious vows, fasting, and prayed so that she might be blessed with a son who would do honor to the family. She requested a relative who was living in Varanasi to offer special worship to the Vireshwara Shiva of that holy place and seek his blessings. For Shiva, the great god of renunciation, dominated her thought. One night, she dreamt that this supreme deity aroused himself from his meditation and agreed to be born as her son. When she woke, she was filled with joy. The mother, Bhuvaneshwari Devi, accepted the child as a boon from Vireshwara Shiva and named him Vireshwar. The family, however, gave him the name of Narendranath Datta, calling him for short Narendra, or more endearingly Naren. The Datta family of Calcutta, into which Narendranath had been born, was well known for their affluence, philanthropy, scholarship, and independent spirit. The grandfather, Durgacharan, after the birth of his first son, had renounced the world in search of God. The father, Vishwanath, an attorney at law of the High Court of Calcutta, was well versed in English and Persian literature and often entertained himself and his friends by reciting from the Bible and the poetry of Hafiz, both of which he believed contained truths unmatched by human thinking elsewhere. He was particularly attracted to the Islamic culture, with which he was familiar because of his close contact with the educated Muslims of northwestern India. Moreover, he derived a large income from his law practice and, unlike his father, thoroughly enjoyed the worldly life. An expert in cookery, he prepared rare dishes and liked to share them with his friends. Travel was another of his hobbies. Though agnostic in religion and a mocker of social conventions, he possessed a large heart and often went out of his way to support idle relatives, some of whom were given to drunkenness. Once, when Narendra protested against his lack of judgment, his father said, "How can you understand the great misery of human life? When you realize the depth of men's suffering, you will sympathize with these unfortunate creatures who try to forget their sorrows, even though only for a short while, in the oblivion created by the intoxicants."